So I'm here in Avebury Henge, in the stone circle. It's a gorgeous September day, approaching the equinox, but we're not quite there yet. You can feel autumn starting to come in, but we're just still blessed with such beautiful days. Now I'm walking the outer ring of Avebury Henge, hope you can see. And you can see these concrete posts here where stones would have been, but unfortunately a lot of Avebury Henge has been removed and destroyed over the years. If you just imagine this henge, this bank here, the ditch in the bank, it would have been a lot higher, and the white chalk, which you might be able to see visible, of the land would have shined the brightest of whites in the moonlight, in the sunlight, and it's overgrown and much smaller than it was before. But this, can you imagine walking the processional route to this place when it was in use as a temple and not being able to see inside? That's the magical thing about Avebury, you know. There's lots of magical things about Avebury, but these henges and this bank was not to keep anything out, it was to keep the energy in. Yeah, so you walked up here and you wouldn't have been able to see until you reached what was inside the circles. It was to keep the mysteries and the secrets and the energy contained within. Keeping it secret and powerful. Now you can see that it's houses in the middle of the stone circle. Avebury is a village inside a stone circle, and a lot of the stones that you find are missing are probably going to be in the houses, in the farmlands and the walls around here. People are still finding stones, and there's still spots in new places. It's a constant work of discovery. Some of the amazing stones, we're going to approach the circles in a minute. I'm going to show you the north and the south circles. Some of the amazing, massive, huge stones and the coast stones are still there. So I'm just walking the outskirts, and I'm going to show you more in just a second. So also, Avebury was actually the first place I started dowsing, using dowsing rods. It's a pretty awesome place to start. And I haven't got them with me today. I didn't really plan anything, I'm just here. I haven't got my dowsing rods with me, but I will show you by the stone what happened really when I did my first dowsing. And I think it was maybe even on this stone. There's definitely one near here in the outer ring of Avebury. So you've got the outer ring, and then, as I mentioned earlier, we've got the south circle and the north circle inside. And I'll show you those in just a second. It was in the outer ring where I did my first dowsing. So I was going to sit by a stone and explain to you guys what happened when I did my first dowsing. I wish I brought my rods with me, but never mind. You guys can go out there and give it a go for yourself maybe. If there's a stone circle near you and you've got dowsing rods, they're only quite cheap to pick up, so you can get yourself a pair if you haven't, and just see what happens when you use a dowsing rod. So I've just got my back against this awesome stone. And so when I started dowsing here, I noticed, or I was told first anyway, and I noticed, it wasn't my discovery or anything, that there's bands of energy that come out of the stones, and some parts of the stone exude more energy than others, and it goes up in bands, and you'll find that you'll be use your rods and nothing will happen, then suddenly boom, they're spinning, and you go a bit more and they'll stop, a bit more and they'll go. And you'll find this on all the stones, particularly here in Avebury. I know that there's lots of stones here in Avebury. And the idea that I'm caring about this is that the stones are like radios. They're like connecting and communicating with each other, sending information, receiving information, which I think makes perfect, awesome sense, really. These are not just stones marking spots, or they're not even just a temple. They're actually a communication, vibration. Well, we know the vibrations. I'm not teaching just like eggs. We know about all the stones have vibrations, energy, but that they communicate with each other and they send and receive information. I think that's an amazingly beautiful, powerful idea. And I think that there was a scientific test. I will do something at home. I've got the book about it at home and give you the more facts. The scientific test showed that they were like a radio, sending out and receiving information from and to each other. So I love dowsing. I love dowsing in stone circles. So if you have got some dowsing rods, do give it a go. And also there's something about aligning the chakras to the stones as well, like because of the bands. It's like the chakras going up the body. So if you can sit, as I'm luckily sitting here with my back against a stone circle here, a stone in Avebury, or wherever you may be, it would be a great place to meditate and to align the chakras if you feel the energy's right. Because I think all stone circles carry their own energy, and it's all very different. And Avebury's intense and powerful and magical. And then Stonehenge, where I was last night, is commanding the greatest respect. And I think, yeah, you'll just see what you feel in different spaces. So if you feel it's the right thing to do, doing a meditation to align your chakras and to connect with the stones in that way, and with their energy, it could be a really awesome thing to do. So we're in the southern circle now, and these are massive, beautiful sarsen stones. This is inside the outer circle, obviously, and in the middle here would have been an obelisk, which just fell down, which destroyed a lot of the bricks you can see in the walls behind are probably made out of some of the stones. And the obelisk is in the centre like a seasonal sundial in the centre of the southern circle. The stones here were placed here approximately 2,500 to 3,000 BCE. However, there's evidence of circles, post holes from up to 8,000 BCE. So there's evidence of post holes being here for up to, I guess, 10,000 years. It's an amazing, powerful place, and I'm going to take you to the Devil's Chair, where you can sit and actually see the midwinter sunrise. I'm sitting in the Devil's Chair. I'll take some photos so you can see better. And Maria Wheatley and Rusty Taylor discovered that this chair faces the midwinter sunrise and sunset. So there's a summer solstice before, but actually this is the midwinter sunrise and sunset, which is awesome. It's a very powerful place. It's a seat in one of the largest stones here on the entrance to the southern circle. So I'll take some photos so you can see better. It's also by a road, so it's quite noisy. I like this guy, this stone here. He looks quite happy. He's got a happy looking face. And he's opposite the Devil's Stone, which is the Devil's Seat, sorry. That's a Christian name to it. It's probably the Druid Seat. Let's call it the Druid Seat. Shall we do that? That's a much nicer name. Let's call it the Druid Seat. The Druid's Chair. So that's what I was just sitting on. It's an awesome, you see the sunrise, sunset, but also when you're sitting there you can see up and there's a hole above you, so maybe water could drip through, or lorries could go past, or something would maybe be dripped down. I don't know. There's something about that space, or you could get the view up to the heavens, view up to the stars through the stones there. It's beautiful. These beech trees are really well known and a beautiful spot here because they're entangled roots. It's apparently one of the places where J.R. Tolkien wrote The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. One of them. We got inspired by the gorgeous roots. Maybe the Ents were inspired by this place. People tie ribbons onto these trees to make their wishes, called clouties. I think the Victorians planted these. I don't think it's much before that. I think the Victorians got a bit excited about beech trees and put them all around here, which isn't a bad thing. We like trees, we love trees, and I love beech trees. They are, for me, a tree of the goddess. And of the rooks, who I also love, that you can hear cawing away quite happily above. It's the beautiful entwined roots of these birch trees on the ridge of the Henge. So now we're entering the North Circle. Not so many stones in the North Circle. Yeah, very beautiful, beautiful spot. For me, the North Circle's more lunar, and I think the South Circle's more solar. And the cove is over there to our left. And the cove did have 3 stones, huge coves, but now there's only 2, and they're absolutely huge. And there's an alignment with the cove, with the moon. I think it's the moon at winter that only happens like every 18 and a bit years. So it's a very special alignment that you see through the cove. So it's a beautiful spot and has a different feel to the South Circle.